Hello, my name is Lauren Miranda, and I'm going to be discussing Chapter 3. The definition of racial profiling given by Reese and Zeckhauser is any police-initiated action that relies on race, ethnicity, or national origin, and not merely on the behavior of an individual. This means that race can be used, but it could be accompanied by other factors, for example, behavior. However, their definition was seen to be a bit too broad. Their definition was more defining ethnic profiling, which includes racial profiling, but including religion or a form of ethnicity as well. More problem caused by just profiling comes about when morally problematic factors contribute to doing what's best for the public in terms of security. Rawson then did an experiment using original position. This experiment took a group of people without any knowledge of their specific identity or social status in society. These people were then asked to write about principles and guidelines for society that would be in everyone's best interest, which brought up the idea of racial profiling without racism. Only problem is even if racial profiling was done within a respectful manner, it would still have a negative impact on those being investigated of that race. Some things mentioned in the article were inconveniencing the innocent on general grounds, and inconveniencing the innocent on grounds of race. Now, racial profiling with racism will increase racial discrimination by worsening existing racist attitudes. So Reese and Zeckhauser now argue that racial profiling isn't the direct cause of harm. It's just the inconvenience and its partake in a racist society that brings harm. This harm they speak of is considered to be expressive. It only occurs because of harm attached to other practices or events. In the end, Reese and Zeckhauser conclude that racial profiling is only harmful in the sense that it adds to racism. However, most people don't see it as a problem because its benefits are too great, and that it reduces the crime rate and brings economic activity in the community. This includes educating members to dissociate racist beliefs from racial profiling, increasing the number of minorities hired within the police force, and videotaping of police-citizen encounters. And although the act of racial profiling might not be considered racist, it does have the tendency to increase racism. Reese and Zeckhauser try to prove that the harm of racial profiling is modest, but this isn't the case because the harm racial profiling causes is direct because it triggers resentment and distrust within those being racially profiled. So in the end, racial profiling does cause direct harm, leading to the real violation of African Americans' rights. The original position came up with ideas to reduce the risk of racial profiling, increasing racism. Racial profiling has increased crime committed by African Americans. However, it doesn't make them commit these crimes, but makes crime more appealing to them. Now, the suggestions that the original position came up with would reduce that extra crime without the threat of increasing racism that racial profiling carries, this making their interest in an effective criminal justice system equally beneficial to the public.